Next up, we have public comment. We have one person signed up, Matthew Johnston. We remind that the board welcomes and encourages public comment with the exception of confidential and personnel-related matters. Individuals may speak about matters relating to the school system. If individuals have specific concerns relating to the actions of staff members, such concerns may be communicated to the superintendent, who will address the concern with the appropriate staff, or if the concerns about the superintendent, that individual may share that concern with the board through written or private verbal communication. If you are speaking as an individual, you have up to 3 minutes. As an organization, up to 5. Mr. Johnston.
Hello. Okay. Hi, my name is Matt Johnston, and I'm just completing 2 decades at Frederick High School, mostly in social studies. I have only 3 minutes to speak here today, but suffice it to say that I've won many awards for my teaching, including the Maryland Minority Student Achievement Award for an acceleration program I started at Frederick High. The Maryland Judiciary made an hour-long documentary movie about the student empowerment initiative I ran at Frederick High after the Columbine school shootings. And I'm also on the National Wall of Tolerance in Washington, D.C. for my work after the 9/11 attacks. I do not say these things out of any sense of ridiculous pride or hubris. The kids took all the risks, and the kids did all the work. I say these things today because I intend to speak about inclusion and disinclusion. When I spoke a month ago, I alluded to a very disturbing new policy that was being imposed upon my school. As it stands now, if a student does not get a certain score on the PARCC exam, the following words will appear on their transcript when they graduate: not college and career ready. The new Scarlet Letter of Education will begin next year. I got into education to try to help kids grow and bring the world to their feet, not to rank them and disinclude them from that world based on the test du jour. I'm well aware that there are so many angles to this, and I've looked at it for the past month from every single one. In the end, it all boils down to this for me as an individual. Even if the rest of public education is seen as so worthless that this one measure is the only thing that should count, or if our society is so lost that these sorts of draconian measures are what are called for, this particular method is wrong because it scapegoats kids and it punishes kids. I am particularly disgusted by this policy because I was one of those kids. I was a kid who was different than the norm. I still am an adult who is different than the norm. I won the aforementioned awards because I am different from the norm. I wasn't supposed to care about any of those things. That was not my job. This was the era of No Child Left Behind. None of those things produce quantifiable data. This nation needs intellectual creativity and innovation, not homogeneity and groupthink. These tests are all about the status quo, in my view. The assumptions behind them are not pedagogically sound. They are bent upon ensuring that public education produces good little subordinate test takers. My wife is one of my most profound inspirations in this regard. She is currently there's one, digital, film, and television reference librarian at the Library of Congress. She holds 2 master's degrees. She is twice as smart as me, twice as creative as me, twice as innovative as me, which is why she has risen to such heights. She is the worst test taker I have ever met. She literally walked out of the GRE exam. She is too smart to think that multiple choice is the measure of a person's value. I think central office is fundamentally confused about why people become and why they stay teachers. I don't work for central office. I work for the students. I will only ever do what is best for the students. Please check my record if you doubt this. This policy is wrong. I can't even believe it is being considered in this county, much less enacted. And I'm needing to say this now. If this policy is still in effect on the very last day, July 15th, for teachers to resign, I will have to resign my position in Frederick County Public Schools, and I love it here.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment? All right, we'll move on to student member comments. Ms. Perez.